Hello, English learners. Welcome back to Daily English Talks. I am so glad you are here today. In this lesson, we are going to talk about how to describe and talk about your daily habits in English. This is a very useful skill because daily habits are a big part of real conversations. When you meet someone new, when you talk to a friend, when you share about yourself, you often talk about your routine and the things you do every day. So today, we will learn how to talk about those habits naturally, clearly, and confidently. I will speak slowly and clearly so that you can listen, understand, and practice speaking along with me. You can repeat after me at many points in this lesson. This will help your pronunciation, your fluency, and your confidence in speaking English. When we talk about daily habits, we are talking about things we do regularly. Some habits happen every day. Some habits happen every morning or every evening. Some are weekly habits, such as going to the gym on weekends or calling a family member every Sunday. Daily habits describe the rhythm of our lives. They show what kind of person we are, what we value, and how we spend our time. So being able to talk about them is very helpful in building connections and conversations. When talking about daily habits, we often use simple present tense. For example, we say things like, I wake up early. I brush my teeth. I drink coffee. I go to work. I exercise in the evening. These are simple present tense sentences, and they describe actions that happen regularly. So, when you think about your habits, think in simple present tense. Not I am waking up, but I wake up. Not I am brushing my teeth, but I brush my teeth. Now, let's start describing a day. Imagine you are telling someone how your day usually begins. You might say something like, I usually wake up at 7 in the morning. You can also say, I normally wake up around 7. Or, I wake up early because I like to start my day calmly. After waking up, you might get out of bed and stretch or wash your face. So you can say, after I wake up, I wash my face and brush my teeth. Or, the first thing I do in the morning is drink a glass of water. Let's try repeating together. Repeat after me slowly. I usually wake up at 7 in the morning. Good. Now again, a little more fluently. I usually wake up at 7 in the morning. Nice. Now another one. The first thing I do in the morning is brush my teeth. Repeat. The first thing I do in the morning is brush my teeth. Now think about your real morning. Do you wake up early? Do you wake up late? Do you check your phone first thing? Do you drink tea or coffee? Do you shower in the morning or evening? Try to describe your habits in English slowly in your mind. If you want, you can whisper. This is shadowing practice. For example, maybe your morning looks like this. I wake up around 8. I check my phone for messages. Then I get up, wash my face, and make breakfast. Or maybe, I wake up before sunrise. I meditate for a few minutes. Then I exercise for about 20 minutes. Remember, it does not have to be perfect. Just try to express your habits in English. Even simple sentences are good. Simplicity makes your English clear. Let's continue with something many people do in the morning. Breakfast. You can say, I usually eat breakfast before going to work. Or I don't always eat breakfast. Sometimes I just drink tea. Or I like to eat a light breakfast. If you want to describe the food, you can say, I eat eggs and bread. I drink coffee with milk. I like fruit in the morning. Let's repeat. I usually eat breakfast before work. Repeat with me. I usually eat breakfast before work. Good. Another one. Sometimes I skip breakfast. Repeat. Sometimes I skip breakfast. Now let's talk about going to work or school. You can say, I go to work by bus. Or I walk to school. Or I work from home. These are simple and useful sentences. For example, I start work at 9. I study in the afternoon. I work at a coffee shop. These sentences help describe your daily routine naturally. Let's repeat some. I go to work by bus. Repeat. I go to work by bus. Good. Another one. I work from home. Repeat. I work from home. Now think about your own routine. How do you get to work or school? Do you walk? Do you drive? Do you take a bus or train? Think of your own sentence. If you want, speak it softly now. Now let's talk about lunchtime. You might say, I usually have lunch at 1. Or, I eat lunch with my coworkers. Or, sometimes I eat lunch alone because I like quiet time. If you want to talk about what you eat, you can say, I usually eat something simple. Or, I like rice and vegetables. Or, I often eat outside. Repeat after me. I usually have lunch at 1. Again, I usually have lunch at 1. Good. Now let's talk about afternoon habits. After lunch, you may study, work, travel, or rest. For example, you can say, in the afternoon, I continue working. Or, in the afternoon, I feel a bit tired, so I drink tea. Or, in the afternoon, I take a short walk. Taking a walk can help refresh your mind. So you can describe that simply. Let's repeat. In the afternoon, I take a short walk. Repeat. In the afternoon, I take a short walk. Now think about what you do in the afternoon. Try to describe it in English. Even 2 or 3 sentences are enough. Just speak slowly. Let your thoughts come gently. If grammar is not perfect, don't worry. The goal is to practice. Now let's talk about evening habits. The evening is when people usually relax, spend time with family, cook dinner, watch TV, read, or do hobbies. For example, you might say, in the evening, I cook dinner with my family. Or, I like to watch a TV show after work. Or, I read a book at night before sleeping. Let's repeat. In the evening, I relax at home. Again. In the evening, I relax at home. Now let's talk about sleeping. You can say, I usually go to bed at 11. Or, I try to sleep early, but sometimes I stay up late. Or, I like to listen to music before sleeping. Repeat. I try to sleep early. Again, I try to sleep early. Now, let's do a practice exercise together. I will describe a routine slowly. You repeat after me sentence by sentence. I wake up at 7. I brush my teeth. I make a cup of tea. I eat breakfast. I go to work by bus. I work until the afternoon. I come home and relax. I make dinner. I watch something for a bit. I go to bed at 10:30. Good. This simple routine is a strong foundation for talking about habits. Now, here is your turn. I will guide you gently. Say this softly. My day usually starts when I continue with your real action. For example, my day usually starts when I wake up at 6. Then say, after that, I describe your next action. For example, after that, I drink water and stretch. Then say, later, for example, later I go to work. Then, in the evening, for example, in the evening I spend time with my family. Finally, I go to bed at. Take your time. Speak slowly. Let the sentences feel natural. Daily habits are not complicated. They are simple. But practicing speaking about them helps you become more fluent. Sometimes when we talk about daily habits, we also talk about how we feel about those habits. For example, you can say, I enjoy drinking tea in the morning because it helps me feel calm. Or, I don't like waking up early, but I do it because I need to go to work. When you share your feelings, people understand more about your lifestyle and personality. So, adding feelings makes your English sound more natural. Instead of just saying what you do, try to add why you do it. For example, I exercise in the evening because it helps me relax after a long day. Or, I read before bed because it helps me sleep better. Let's repeat slowly. I exercise in the evening because it helps me relax. Again, I exercise in the evening because it helps me relax. Now another one. I read before bed because it helps me sleep better. Repeat slowly. I read before bed because it helps me sleep better. Now, let's talk about habits that are not daily, but still regular. For example, maybe every weekend you like to clean your room, or you like to visit your parents, or you like to go to a cafe with a friend. These habits don't happen every day, but they are still part of your routine. You can describe them using simple phrases like, every Saturday I clean my room. Or, on Sundays I visit my family. Or, I usually meet my friends on the weekend. Repeat after me. Every Saturday I clean my room. Again, every Saturday I clean my room. Now another one. On Sundays I visit my family. Repeat. On Sundays I visit my family. Think about your weekly habits now. Do you have one? Even something very small counts. Maybe you call a friend every Wednesday. Maybe you go to the market every Friday. Try to think of it and say it slowly in English. If you want, whisper it. This whispering practice helps build fluency without pressure. Now, sometimes we want to describe habits we want to change. For example, I want to wake up earlier. Or I want to drink less coffee. Or I want to start exercising more. When we talk about desired habits, we often use phrases like, I'm trying to, I want to start, I plan to. For example, I'm trying to wake up earlier these days. Or, I want to start reading every night. Let's repeat slowly. I'm trying to wake up earlier. Again, I'm trying to wake up earlier. And another one. I want to start reading every night. Repeat. I want to start reading every night. Now think about yourself. Is there a habit you want to improve or change? It could be something small. It does not need to be big. For example, drinking more water, taking a short walk, sleeping earlier. Try to say it softly. I want to. Let your mind fill the rest. Now, let's practice building longer descriptions of daily habits. I will talk slowly. You repeat after me. I wake up in the morning and take a moment to breathe deeply. I like to start my day slowly and calmly. After that, I brush my teeth and wash my face. I eat a simple breakfast to give myself energy for the day. Then I go to work or study, depending on the day. I try to stay focused and productive throughout the morning. At lunchtime, I take a short break to relax and eat something enjoyable. In the afternoon, I continue working, but sometimes I feel a little tired. When I feel tired, I take a short walk or drink some water. In the evening, I spend time with family or do something I enjoy. Before sleeping, I try to calm my mind and relax. Very good. These kinds of connected sentences help you sound natural and fluent. Now, let's imagine a different daily routine. I will describe it and you can repeat it to practice speaking. I wake up late because I work at night. I usually make a quick breakfast, or sometimes I skip it. I check my messages and emails before starting my tasks. I work on my computer for a few hours. Sometimes I take breaks to stretch or relax my eyes. In the afternoon, I cook lunch and take some time to rest. Later, I continue working until the evening. In the evening, I enjoy watching a show or listening to music. I sometimes go for a walk to clear my mind. I go to bed late and try to sleep well. Repeat slowly. No rush. Let your voice flow gently. Now, let's add emotional reflection. When we talk about habits, we can also talk about how they make us feel, like happiness, stress, calm, energy. For example, I feel peaceful when I drink tea in the morning. Or I feel stressed when I wake up late. Or I feel happy when I walk in nature. Let's practice repeating. I feel peaceful when I start my day slowly. I feel more focused when I plan my day. I feel relaxed when I spend time with my loved ones. These emotional expressions help your English sound more warm and real. Now, let's try something more interactive. I will ask you questions. You answer softly in English. Even short answers are okay. What time do you usually wake up? Say it softly. I usually wake up at... What do you eat in the morning? Say it. I usually eat. How do you go to work or school? Say it. I go to work by. What do you like to do in the evening? Say it. In the evening, I like to. What time do you go to sleep? Say it. I go to sleep at. Very good. Answering questions about your own habits is strong fluency practice. Now, let's learn some very helpful expressions to talk about habits naturally. I usually. I always. I sometimes. I hardly ever. I never. These help show how often you do something. For example, I always drink water in the morning. I usually go for a walk after lunch. I sometimes read before bed. I hardly ever watch TV. I never smoke. Let's repeat each one slowly. I always wake up early. I usually drink tea in the morning. I sometimes exercise in the evening. I hardly ever eat fast food. I never stay up too late. If you want, say your own true sentences now. Now, to describe habits more softly and naturally, we can use expressions like most of the time. As a rule, it's part of my routine. I like to. For example, most of the time, I start my day with calm music. It's part of my routine to journal before bed. I like to take short breaks while working. Repeat. Most of the time, I start my day with calm music. Again, it's part of my routine to journal before bed. Now think of one of your real habits and try to say, most of the time even if it is small, it is still meaningful. Daily habits do not need to be special. They are simply the small steps that shape our days. Our lives are built from these moments. When we speak about them gently and clearly, we invite others to understand us better. And this is beautiful. Speaking English is not only about grammar. It is also about expressing yourself. When we talk about daily habits, we can also talk about small details that make our day feel personal. The small things can show personality, preferences, and lifestyle. For example, some people like to drink coffee slowly in the morning, while others prefer tea. Some people like silence in the morning, while others enjoy music. Some people exercise early, while others prefer evening workouts. These small habits make each person unique. And when you talk about these little details in English, your speaking becomes more natural and meaningful. Let's describe some morning details. For example, you might say, I like to open the window in the morning to let fresh air in. Or, I always check the weather before going out. Or, I like to sit quietly for 5 minutes before I start my day. Repeat slowly with me. I like to open the window in the morning. I check the weather before going out. I sit quietly for a few minutes to start my day calmly. Now think about one small detail from your morning. It can be anything. Maybe you listen to birds. Maybe you stretch your body. Maybe you pray or meditate. Maybe you write in a journal. Think of it slowly. Then try to say it in English. Even if your sentence is simple, it is perfect. Now, let's talk about food habits. Food habits are often interesting to share in conversation. For example, you can say, I prefer light meals in the morning. Or, I usually cook my meals at home. Or, I like to try new recipes. Or, I often eat out because of my busy schedule. Repeat slowly. I usually cook my meals at home. I often eat out because I am busy. I like to try new recipes. Think about your food habits. Do you cook often? Do you like spicy food? Do you prefer sweet or salty snacks? Try to say one thing softly in English. I like to. Now let's move to work or study habits. Everyone has a different work style. Some people like to work in silence. Some like soft music. Some work best in the morning. Some work better at night. You can describe work habits by saying, I focus better in the morning. Or, I like to take small breaks while working. Or, I try to stay organized by writing down tasks. Repeat, I focus better in the morning. I take small breaks while working. I write down my tasks to stay organized. Now think. How do you like to work or study? Try to describe it slowly. Now, let's describe afternoon habits again in a more natural storytelling way. Imagine you are speaking to a friend. In the afternoon, I often feel a little tired, so I take a short break. Sometimes I drink tea or go for a short walk. This helps me refresh my mind. After that, I continue working or studying. I try to stay focused, but I also allow myself to rest when I need to. Repeat this whole description slowly, one sentence at a time. In the afternoon, I often feel a little tired, so I take a short break. Sometimes I drink tea or go for a walk. This helps me refresh my mind. After that, I continue working or studying. Good. This is how natural speech flows. Simple, calm, meaningful. Now, let's talk about evening habits in more depth. Evenings are often the time when people unwind. Some people like to watch TV or listen to music. Some like to spend time with family. Some like to read or do hobbies. Some like to exercise. There is no right or wrong habit, just different lifestyles. You can say things like, "In the evening, I enjoy relaxing with my family." Or, "I like to spend some quiet time alone in the evening." Or, "I often go out for a walk after dinner." Or, "I like to read before sleeping." Repeat slowly. In the evening, I enjoy relaxing with my family. I like to spend some quiet time alone. I often go out for a walk after dinner. I like to read before sleeping. Now imagine your own evenings. Try to say one sentence about it softly. Now let's talk about night routines and preparing for sleep. Many people have small habits that help them relax. For example, you can say, "I avoid using my phone before sleeping." Or, "I like to dim the lights in my room." Or, "I drink warm water to relax." Or, "I listen to soft music before bed." Repeat. I avoid using my phone before sleeping. I like to dim the lights in my room in the evening. I listen to soft music before bed. Now take a slow breath. Think about what helps you relax. Try to express it gently in English. Now, let's do another guided speaking practice. I will say a routine story. Repeat each sentence after me, slowly, calmly. My day starts when I wake up and open my curtains to let the light in. I take a moment to breathe and stretch my body. I wash my face and brush my teeth. I prepare a simple breakfast and eat slowly. Then I start my work or studies for the day. I try to stay focused and productive in the morning. At lunchtime, I take a break and enjoy a meal. In the afternoon, I continue working, but I rest if I feel tired. In the evening, I like to relax and do something I enjoy. Before sleeping, I calm my mind and reflect on my day. Finally, I go to bed and sleep peacefully. Very good. Each repetition is helping your fluency grow. Now, let's explore describing habits using time expressions. These help your sentences sound natural. Some useful expressions are every day, every morning, every evening, after that, then, later, finally. For example, every morning I wake up early. After that, I brush my teeth and eat breakfast. Then I go to work. Later, I return home and relax. Finally, I go to bed. Let's repeat the flow. Every morning, I wake up early. After that, I eat breakfast. Then I go to work. Later, I return home. Finally, I go to bed. This is a very natural rhythm for speaking about habits. Now let's practice speaking about your routine using this structure. I will guide you step by step. Say, every morning I. Say what you really do. Then say, after that I. Then. Then I. Then. Later. I. Then. Finally, I. Take your time. Say each part softly, slowly, gently. Daily habits may seem simple, but expressing them clearly in English is a key part of conversational fluency. When you practice speaking about your habits, you build confidence. And with confidence, speaking English becomes easier and more enjoyable. Take a moment to breathe. You are doing well. Talking about daily habits also involves talking about routines that help us stay healthy. Our physical and mental well-being are influenced by the habits we maintain every day. For example, drinking enough water, stretching, walking, taking breaks from screens, eating balanced meals, and sleeping well. These habits might seem small, but they have a big effect on how we feel. When speaking in English, we can describe these health habits in simple present tense. For example, you can say, I drink a lot of water throughout the day. Or, I try to walk every day. Or, I take short breaks when I am working to relax my mind. Or, I go to bed at the same time every night to maintain good sleep. Let's repeat them slowly. I drink a lot of water throughout the day. I try to walk every day. I take short breaks while working. I go to bed at the same time every night. Now think about your own healthy habits. Even if it is something very small, like drinking tea slowly or stretching your shoulders. Say it softly in English. I try to. Now, sometimes we have habits that we want to change or stop. For example, spending too much time on the phone, eating too much junk food, sleeping late. These are also part of our daily life. When talking about habits we want to improve, we can use expressions like, I want to reduce. I am trying to stop. I want to improve. Let's try repeating. I want to reduce the time I spend on my phone. I am trying to stop sleeping too late. I want to improve my eating habits. These sentences show motivation, intention, self-awareness. Now, let's talk about emotional routines. Our emotions also have patterns. For example, some people feel calm after drinking tea. Some feel energized after exercising. Some feel happy when talking to loved ones. Some feel peaceful when reading. These emotional habits are important to understand ourselves. You can say, I feel calm when I drink tea slowly. I feel happy when I talk to my family. I feel peaceful when I take a walk in the evening. Repeat softly. I feel calm when I drink tea slowly. I feel happy when I talk to my family. I feel peaceful when I walk in the evening. Now, let's shift into a longer, natural storytelling practice. I will speak slowly, and you can repeat after me sentence by sentence. Every day, I try to create small moments of peace for myself. In the morning, I move slowly and allow my mind to wake up gently. I drink something warm and comforting. I breathe deeply and feel grateful for a new day. Throughout the day, I stay aware of how I feel. If I feel stressed, I pause and take a slow breath. In the evening, I allow myself time to relax and settle. And at night, I rest deeply so I can begin again tomorrow. Very good. Now, let's talk about how habits shape identity. When you say, I read every night, you are telling others something about your personality. When you say, I exercise every morning, you show discipline. When you say, I drink tea with my family in the evening, it shows connection. Our habits reveal who we are. So when you describe your habits in English, you are not only practicing grammar, you are sharing yourself. Let's try describing identity through habits. I am someone who likes slow mornings. I enjoy peaceful evenings with my family. I like learning new things every day. Repeat slowly. I am someone who likes slow mornings. I enjoy peaceful evenings with my family. I like learning new things every day. Now take a moment. Think about how you would describe yourself through habits. Try finishing this sentence. I am someone who. Say it softly. Now, let's do a guided reflection practice. You don't need to be perfect. Just let the English come gently. Think of one habit you are proud of. Something you do regularly that helps your life. It can be something small, like washing the dishes after eating, or writing a message to someone you care about, or watering your plants, or taking a short walk. Now try to say this. I feel good about this habit because it helps me. For example, I feel good about this habit because it helps me stay calm. Say it softly, slowly, gently. Now let's build a full routine together. I will guide you step by step. You speak when I pause. Every morning I wake up at, say your time. After that, I say your next action. Then I say what comes next. At lunchtime, I describe your lunch style. In the afternoon, I describe what you usually do. In the evening, I describe how you relax. Finally, I go to bed at take your time. There is no rush. Now, we will practice listening and repeating longer natural habit descriptions. I will speak slowly. You repeat sentence by sentence. I usually start my day with a calm mindset. I stretch my body to release tension. Then I wash my face and brush my teeth slowly. I make a warm drink and enjoy it without rushing. I work throughout the morning, but I take breaks to stay relaxed. At lunchtime, I eat something light and nourishing. In the afternoon, I continue my work while staying aware of my energy. In the evening, I slow down and allow myself to unwind. I spend time with the people I care about. And before sleeping, I breathe deeply and feel grateful for the day. This slow style helps build natural speech rhythm. Now, let's talk about seasonal habits. Some habits change depending on the time of year. For example, in the summer, I like to go outside more. In the winter, I drink more warm drinks. In spring, I enjoy the fresh air. In autumn, I like to watch the leaves change color. Repeat softly. In the summer, I like to go outside more. In the winter, I drink more warm drinks. In spring, I enjoy the fresh air. In autumn, I watch the leaves change color. Now think, how does your routine change with seasons? Say it softly. One sentence. You are doing very well. Each repetition strengthens your confidence. Each sentence makes your speaking more natural. Daily habits are not just actions. They are rhythms, patterns, gentle movements of life. And by learning to talk about them in English, you are learning to express your daily world. Sometimes when we talk about daily habits, we also talk about the environment around us. The space where we live affects how we spend our day. For example, if your room is bright and organized, you may feel calm. If your space is noisy or busy, your habits may feel rushed. So, describing your environment is also a part of talking about daily life. You can say, my room is small but comfortable. I like to keep my desk clean so I can focus better. I enjoy having plants in my room because they make me feel peaceful. Repeat slowly. My room is small but comfortable. I keep my desk clean so I can focus better. I enjoy having plants because they make me feel peaceful. Now think about your space. Try to describe it in one simple sentence. I like my room because... Say it softly, gently. Now let's talk about morning motivation. For many people, mornings can be slow, heavy, or hard. But many people also use morning habits to set the tone for the day. Some people like to listen to music. Some like to exercise. Some like silence. Some like reading. You can say, I like to start my morning with music. I exercise in the morning because it gives me energy. I enjoy silence in the morning because it helps me think clearly. Let's repeat. I like to start my morning with music. I exercise in the morning to feel energized. I enjoy silence in the morning to clear my mind. Now reflect. How do you like mornings to feel? Calm? Energetic? Warm? Try to say, I like my mornings to feel. Let your voice be slow and soft. Now, many daily habits are influenced by our work schedule. Some people work early. Some work late. Some work from home. Some travel for work. So let's talk about that. You can describe your work schedule like this. I work early, so I wake up before sunrise. I work late, so my mornings are slow. I work from home, so my routine is flexible. I commute every day, so I spend time traveling. Repeat gently. I work early, so I wake up before sunrise. I work from home, so my routine is flexible. I commute every day, so I spend time traveling. Now think about your own schedule. Say, my routine depends on. Let your mind fill the rest. Now we will practice speaking longer connected expressions. I will speak slowly. You can repeat after me. My daily habits help me feel balanced. When I follow my routine, I feel more comfortable and focused. When my routine changes, it sometimes makes me feel stressed. So I try to create habits that support my well-being. Repeat as many times as you like. Slowly, gently. Now, let's talk about small habits that bring joy. These tiny moments make life feel meaningful. For example, I like smelling coffee in the morning. I enjoy sunlight on my face when I walk outside. I like the feeling of clean sheets when I go to sleep. I enjoy watering my plants slowly. These are emotional habits, sensory habits, comfort habits. Let's repeat. I enjoy sunlight on my face. I like the smell of coffee in the morning. I like the feeling of clean sheets. I enjoy watering my plants slowly. Think about a small joy in your day. Try to say, I enjoy. Just one simple sentence. Now, let's do a guided speaking exercise where I will describe a full day. You repeat slowly, one idea at a time. My day starts softly. I wake up and take a deep breath. I open my window to let fresh air come in. I wash my face and brush my teeth slowly. I prepare breakfast and eat. Without hurry, I begin my work or studies with a calm mind. When I feel tired, I take a short break to rest. At lunchtime, I enjoy my meal and relax for a moment. In the afternoon, I continue working, staying mindful of my energy. In the evening, I unwind by doing something gentle and calming. At night, I create a quiet environment to prepare for sleep. And when the day ends, I rest deeply and peacefully. This pacing creates natural, fluent daily life English. Now let's talk about social habits. The way we interact with others is also part of our daily routine. For example, I talk to my family every evening. I message my friends during the day. I like to spend time with people who make me feel comfortable. Repeat softly. I talk to my family every evening. I message my friends during the day. I spend time with people who make me feel comfortable. Now, imagine you are telling someone about a nice moment you shared recently. Think and say, a good moment from my day was when. Say any small memory. It can be simple. Now we will practice asking and answering questions about habits. I will ask. You answer in simple English. What time do you wake up? Say it softly. What do you do after waking up? Do you eat breakfast? How do you go to work or school? What do you do in the afternoon? How do you relax in the evening? What time do you sleep? Even if your answers were short, they were correct. This is how natural daily conversation happens. Now, let's expand the vocabulary we use to describe habits. We can use verbs like wake up, get up, wash, brush, eat, drink, go, work, study, rest, exercise, relax, sleep. These verbs are simple, but they describe daily life perfectly. Now, let's combine some into full natural sentences. I wake up and stretch my body. I brush my teeth and wash my face. I eat breakfast and drink water. I go to work or study. I take breaks when I need them. I relax in the evening before bed. Repeat slowly. Let each word feel natural in your mouth. Now, we will do a slow shadowing practice where I will speak very slowly. You repeat with the same calm speed. I move through my day slowly and mindfully. I take care of my body and mind. I create small routines that give me comfort. I treat myself with patience. I allow my day to unfold gently. This type of speaking helps develop soft fluency and emotional comfort with English. You are doing very well. You are learning to express your daily life with calmness, clarity, and natural rhythm. Talking about daily habits can also include describing the rhythm of your emotions throughout the day. Emotions change gently, like waves. Sometimes we feel calm, sometimes busy, sometimes tired, sometimes joyful. When speaking about daily habits, we can include emotional descriptions to make our English sound real and natural. For example, you can say, I feel calm in the morning because the world is quiet. I feel more active in the afternoon when I have more energy. I feel relaxed in the evening when I can slow down. Let's repeat. I feel calm in the morning. I feel active in the afternoon. I feel relaxed in the evening. Now think about your emotional pattern. Slowly ask yourself, what time of day feels easiest for me? When do I feel tired? When do I feel peaceful? Now try to say one soft sentence about your emotional rhythm. I feel most peaceful when. Now let's talk about intentional habits. These are habits we choose on purpose because we know they help us. For example, I take 5 minutes every morning to breathe deeply. I try to write down my thoughts in a journal. I walk outside for a few minutes to clear my mind. I drink water as soon as I wake up. Repeat slowly. I take 5 minutes to breathe deeply. I write in a journal to understand my thoughts. I walk outside to clear my mind. I drink water as soon as I wake up. These kinds of habits are gentle ways of taking care of ourselves. Now, let's practice constructing long, flowing descriptions of personal daily habits. I will speak slowly. Repeat after me. I begin my day by waking up gently and taking a moment to stretch. I breathe deeply and allow my body to wake up slowly. I then wash my face and brush my teeth, moving with awareness. I prepare something warm to drink and enjoy it quietly. I try to stay present and calm as I start my tasks. I take breaks during the day so I can maintain balance. In the evening, I slow down and allow myself to rest. Before sleeping, I clear my mind and relax my body. Good. This rhythm is soft and mindful. Now, let's talk about habits that support learning. Since you are learning English, your daily habits can support your improvement. For example, I listen to English every day, even for a few minutes. I practice speaking by repeating sentences slowly. I watch English videos with subtitles to understand better. I read simple English texts to build vocabulary. Repeat slowly. I listen to English every day. I practice speaking by repeating sentences. I watch English videos with subtitles. I read to build my vocabulary. Now try to say a personal habit for learning English. I practice English by speak softly. Now let's do a slow shadowing practice focused on fluency. I will speak. You repeat in the same rhythm. I am learning English step by step. I am improving every day. I am patient with myself. I enjoy the process of learning. I feel proud of my progress. Feel the calmness in your voice. Now, let's talk about evening reflection habits. Some people like to reflect on their day before going to sleep. You can say, in the evening, I think about what went well. I remind myself to be grateful for small things. I notice how I felt during the day. Repeat. I reflect on my day in the evening. I am grateful for small things. I notice my feelings gently. Now take a pause. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax your shoulders. You are doing beautifully. Now let's practice telling a full day story again, but this time with emotional and sensory detail. Repeat after me slowly. My morning begins quietly. I open my eyes and let light come in. I take a soft breath and stretch my body. I move slowly and allow myself to wake up peacefully. I brush my teeth and wash my face, feeling the cool water refresh me. I make a warm drink and drink it slowly. I begin my tasks with focus and calm. When I need rest, I pause and breathe. During lunch, I take my time and enjoy the flavors. In the afternoon, I continue my work gently. In the evening, I release the day and relax. At night, I soften my thoughts and allow myself to sleep. This is slow, natural English. This is the rhythm we want. Now, let's talk about habit change. Sometimes we want to create new habits. It is okay if it is difficult. Change takes time. When speaking about habits we want to build, we can use these phrases. I am working on. I am trying to create a new habit of. I want to start doing. For example, I am working on waking up earlier. I am trying to drink more water during the day. I want to start reading every night. Repeat. I am working on waking up earlier. I am trying to drink more water. I want to start reading every night. Now think, what habit do you want to create? Say it softly. I am working on. This is powerful. Even saying it is a step forward. Now, let's practice conversational questions again. I will ask. You answer in slow English. What is one habit that helps you feel calm? Say it softly. What is one habit you would like to improve? Do you prefer mornings or evenings? What helps you relax at the end of the day? Very nice. These simple conversations help you express yourself. Every answer you speak makes you stronger in English. Now, we practice one more shadowing flow. Repeat gently. I move slowly through my day. I bring awareness to my habits. I choose habits that support my well-being. I allow myself to rest when I need to. I am proud of how I am growing. Take a slow breath. Relax your mind. You are doing wonderfully. Whenever you are ready. When we talk about daily habits, we can also talk about how habits connect to our goals. Every habit we have supports something in our life. Some habits support health. Some support learning. Some support confidence. Some support happiness. Understanding this connection helps us speak more meaningfully in English. For example, you can say, I drink water in the morning to feel fresh. I exercise to stay strong and healthy. I read every night to improve my vocabulary. I spend time with my family to feel connected. Let's repeat slowly. I drink water in the morning to feel fresh. I exercise to stay strong and healthy. I read every night to improve my vocabulary. I spend time with my family to feel connected. Now think, what is one habit you do that has a purpose behind it? Try finishing this sentence softly. I do this because it helps me. Now let's talk about habit consistency. Some habits happen every day. Some happen when we remember. Some happen only when we feel motivated. This is natural. No one is perfect with habits. We are always learning and adjusting. In English, we use expressions like most of the time, usually, sometimes, I try to. These show gentle consistency, not strict rules. For example, most of the time I wake up early. I usually cook dinner at home. Sometimes I go for a short walk. I try to read before bed. Repeat slowly. Most of the time I wake up early. I usually cook dinner at home. Sometimes I go for a short walk. I try to read before bed. These expressions make your speech sound natural and realistic. Now let's talk about daily energy flow. Our energy changes during the day. Sometimes we feel energized in the morning. Sometimes we feel tired in the afternoon. Sometimes we feel creative at night. You can say, I feel energetic in the morning. I often feel tired in the afternoon. I feel more creative in the evening. Repeat, I feel energetic in the morning. I feel tired in the afternoon. I feel creative in the evening. Now think, when do you feel your best? Say softly, I feel best in the. Now let's do a natural speaking practice. I will guide you through describing a day with calm, slow rhythm. Repeat after me, phrase by phrase. I wake up gently and take a slow breath. I take my time to begin the day. I drink something warm to comfort my body. I move through my tasks with steady focus. I rest when I need to rest. I continue again when I feel ready. I enjoy small moments of peace during my day. In the evening, I allow myself to slow down. At night, I rest deeply and reset for tomorrow. Very nice. Feel the softness in your voice. Now, let's talk about habits that create self-kindness. Being kind to ourselves is also a habit. We can speak gently to ourselves. We can rest when we feel tired. We can forgive ourselves when we make mistakes. You can say, I try to be gentle with myself. I allow myself to rest when I need to. I speak to myself with kindness. Repeat slowly. I try to be gentle with myself. I allow myself to rest when I need to. I speak to myself with kindness. Now breathe slowly. Relax your shoulders. Let your breathing calm. Now, another kind of habit is social habits. These habits build relationships. For example, I call my parents every evening. I talk to my friends at lunch. I spend time with people who make me feel supported. Repeat. I call my parents every evening. I talk to my friends at lunch. I spend time with people who support me. Think about someone who is important to you. Say softly, I feel good when I talk to. Now, let's practice conversation-style speaking. I will ask questions slowly. You answer softly in English. What time do you usually wake up in the morning? What is the first thing you do after waking up? What do you usually eat for breakfast? How do you travel to work or school? What do you do in the afternoon to stay relaxed? Who do you spend time with in the evening? What do you do before sleeping to calm your mind? Very good. This is natural conversation flow. Now let's practice storytelling. I will tell a simple daily routine story. You repeat after me, slowly. Every day, I try to live gently. I wake up and stretch my body with care. I wash my face and drink water to wake up my mind. I eat breakfast and begin my work calmly. I take short breaks to rest my thoughts. In the afternoon, I move slowly and try to stay balanced. In the evening, I spend time connecting with myself and others. At night, I relax and prepare for sleep. I let my body rest deeply, ready for a new day. This gentle rhythm makes your English sound natural and beautiful. Now, let's talk about gratitude habits. Gratitude means noticing the good things in your day. It is a small habit that can transform your mood. You can say, I am grateful for the sunlight in the morning. I am grateful for my warm food. I am grateful for the people who care about me. I am grateful for the quiet moments. Repeat. I am grateful for the sunlight. I am grateful for my food. I am grateful for the people who care about me. I am grateful for quiet moments. Now think of one thing you are grateful for today. Say it softly. I am grateful for. Feel that warmth. Now, a final soft breathing sentence repetition. Repeat after me. I move through my day with calm awareness. I choose habits that support my well-being. I allow myself to grow slowly. I am patient with my journey. I am gentle with myself. Take a deep breath. You are doing very well. When we talk about daily habits, we are also talking about how we move through life. Each habit, even a small one, is like a quiet footprint we leave on each day. Some habits stay with us for many years. Others change when life changes. And that is natural. Life is always moving. We grow, we learn, and our habits grow with us. One of the most gentle ways to talk about daily habits in English is through simple reflection. You don't have to speak fast. You don't have to use complicated vocabulary. You only need to speak with softness and clarity. Your voice does not need to rush. Your sentences can be calm. Just like this. I wake up slowly. I drink water to refresh myself. I take time to prepare my mind for the day. I move through the morning with steady steps. Say these softly, slowly. Feel the rhythm. Now think of one habit that brings calm into your life. It might be lighting a candle, sitting quietly, listening to music, stretching your body, drinking warm tea. Take a moment to recognize that habit. Now try to speak one clear sentence. I feel peaceful when I. Let the sentence be simple. Let it be slow. Now let's talk about evening comfort habits. The evening is a gentle time. The world slows down. Noise becomes softer. And we return to ourselves. You can describe your evening habits like this. In the evening, I slow down and allow myself to rest. I enjoy being quiet at the end of the day. I do something gentle before sleeping, like reading or listening to calming sounds. I let go of the day slowly. Repeat slowly. In the evening, I allow myself to rest. I enjoy quiet moments before sleep. I let go of the day slowly. Now take a small breath. Relax your shoulders. Feel the softness of your breathing. You are doing very well. Now let's talk about self-care habits. These habits support your emotional well-being. They are not always visible, but they are very important. For example, you can say, I take time to breathe when I feel stressed. I speak kindly to myself when I make mistakes. I allow myself to rest when I am tired. I try to live gently and patiently. Repeat softly. I take time to breathe when I feel stressed. I speak kindly to myself. I allow myself to rest. I live gently and patiently. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to rush. Your daily habits can be slow, calm, thoughtful. Now, let's practice sharing daily habits in conversation. Imagine someone asks you, "What is your daily routine like?" You can answer like this, softly and naturally. My daily routine is simple. I wake up, eat breakfast, and start my work. I take breaks to relax when I need to. In the evening, I unwind and take time to rest. I try to go to bed at a regular time. Repeat this answer slowly. My daily routine is simple. I wake up, eat breakfast, and start my work. I take breaks when I need to. In the evening, I rest and unwind. I try to sleep at a regular time. This is natural spoken English. Calm, clear, easy to understand. Now, let's practice another style of answering. My days are usually peaceful. I like to move slowly in the morning. I spend my afternoons working or studying. In the evenings, I spend time doing something that relaxes me. And before sleeping, I always take a moment to breathe deeply. Repeat slowly. My days are peaceful. I move slowly in the morning. I work in the afternoon. I relax in the evening. I breathe deeply before sleeping. Now I will guide you to create your own flowing daily routine speech. I will start each sentence. You complete it softly. My morning begins when I. After that, I usually. Later in the day, I. In the evening, I like to. And before sleeping, I always. Speak slowly, gently. Even if your words are simple, they are meaningful. Now, let's talk about gratitude at the end of the day. Gratitude is a daily habit that brings warmth to the heart. It reminds us that life has small joys. Even on difficult days, you can say, "I am grateful for today. I am grateful for the moments of peace. I am grateful for the people I care about. I am grateful for another chance to begin again tomorrow." Repeat softly, "I am grateful for today. I am grateful for moments of peace. I am grateful for the people I care about. I am grateful for tomorrow." Now let your breath slow down. Feel a sense of calm in your body. You have practiced speaking about waking up, eating, working, resting, relaxing. You have learned how to describe daily habits with soft, natural English. You have repeated sentence patterns that help build fluency. You have practiced speaking gently, slowly, calmly, and every repetition is helping your English become more natural. Your voice matters. Your pace matters. Your daily habits matter. Now, we will do one final full routine shadowing practice in slow, calm rhythm. Repeat after me, gently. No rush. My day begins softly. I wake up with calm. I drink water and stretch my body slowly. I prepare myself for the day with steady steps. I move through my tasks with awareness. I take breaks to care for my mind and body. I enjoy the moments of quiet in my day. In the evening, I slow down and let go of the day. I rest peacefully and allow myself to renew. Very good. Feel how smooth your English has become. Feel the confidence in your voice. Feel the calm in your speech. Now take one more gentle breath. You are learning, growing, improving, one small step at a time. Just like daily habits, your English is becoming a natural part of your life. Thank you for spending this time practicing with me. I am proud of your effort. I am proud of your progress. I am proud of your calm and patience. You are doing beautifully.